All right, I'd like to call the Macomb City Council to order, please. If you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. If the clerk would call the roll, please.
Mayor Mike Inman.
Here.
Justin Shu.
Present.
John Bajezi.
Here.
Byron Shabazz.
Here.
Dave Dorsett.
Present.
Ashley Katz.
Here.
Don Wynn.
Here.
Dennis Moon.
Here.
All present.
We have a quorum. Thank you. Citizens wishing to address the City Council on matters germane to the agenda of tonight's meeting will be limited to 3 minutes and are asked to be brief and concise in making their remarks. Comments submitted by mail or email will not be read aloud, but a copy will be provided to each member of the council, and those would be made part of the minutes of this meeting. Does anyone wish to speak to the council to the public comment section of tonight's agenda? Already hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to sit as a township board.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Shu.
Aye.
Bajezi.
Aye.
Shabazz.
Aye.
Dorset.
Aye.
Katz.
Aye.
Wynn.
Aye.
Moon.
Aye.
And Inman.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Before you, Alderman, is the consent agenda. There are a number of items in your packet from both the supervisor and the assessor. I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Move to adopt consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adopt the consent agenda. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Bajezi.
Aye.
Shabazz.
Aye.
Dorset.
Aye.
Katz.
Aye.
Wynn.
Aye.
Moon.
Aye.
Inman.
Aye.
Shu.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you. There is neither any new or old business. The assessor is present. Madam Assessor, do you have anything you'd like to share with the board?
No, not at this time.
All righty. Thank you very much. We'd entertain a motion to resume as the City Council.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Shabazz.
Aye.
Dorset.
Aye.
Katz.
Aye.
Wynn.
Aye.
Moon.
Aye.
Inman.
Aye.
Shu.
Aye.
Bajezi.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Council, before you is a consent agenda for the council, and entertain a motion to adopt.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adopt the consent agenda. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Dorset.
Aye.
Katz.
Aye.
Wynn.
Aye.
Moon.
Aye.
Shu.
Aye.
Bajezi.
Aye.
Shabazz.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you. And unfinished business, item number 1, consideration of an ordinance to create a Class A liquor license for Lucky Z's LLC located at 1020 East Jackson Street in the city of Macomb. This will be second reading.
Thank you. Lucky Z's LLC, located at 1020 East Jackson Street, Macomb, Illinois, has filed an application requesting a Class A liquor license. Upon receipt of the application, we compiled a list of the record owners within 250 feet of the property. We posted signs. We scheduled a public hearing for June 5th, 2023. We sent written notice to those record owners, and we published notice of the public hearing in the community news brief. We also arranged to have the Macomb Police Department conduct background investigations, and there were no issues that would prevent the creation or issuance of the requested license. A representative from Lucky Z's did appear for the public hearing, as well as that committee of the whole, to discuss the business. And if adopted, council would indicate their desire to approve the site for the sale of alcoholic liquor and the creation of a Class A liquor license for Lucky Z's LLC, located at 1020 East Jackson Street, Macomb, Illinois.
I will stand the second reading motion is in order.
Motion to create the Class A liquor license for Lucky Z's.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Alderman Vajezi.
I have had a very concerned citizen reaching out to me about creating 3 potential gambling facilities in one location. I went around my neighborhood and talked to some of the residents, and a lot of the residents were very happy that we're taking an older, dilapidated building and putting $500,000 into that. So although I have had a constituent that was concerned about this, a majority of the people in my ward think it's a good thing because we're putting money back into the city, and then the tax revenue that will also come out of it.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing no further discussion, roll call, please.
Katz,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Shu,
Aye.
Majesi,
Aye.
Shabazz,
No.
Dorset,
Aye.
6-1.
Motion carried. Thank you. Item number 2, consideration of an ordinance to create a Class A liquor license for Lucky Z's LLC, doing business as Lucky Spins, located at 1024 East Jackson Street here in Macomb. This will be second reading.
Thank you. Lucky Z's LLC, doing business as Lucky Spins, located at 1024 East Jackson Street, Macomb, Illinois, filed an application requesting the creation of a Class A liquor license. The balance of this ordinance is the same as the previous ordinance, and if adopted, council would indicate their desire to create a Class A liquor license for Lucky Z's LLC, doing business as Lucky Spins, at 1024 East Jackson Street in Macomb, Illinois.
Thank you. That'll stand the second reading. Motion is in order.
Make a motion to create a Class A liquor license for Lucky Z's LLC, doing business as Lucky Spins, located at 1024 East Jackson Street.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Wynn,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Shu,
Aye.
Majesi,
Aye.
Shabazz,
No.
Dorset,
Aye.
and Katz,
Aye.
6-1.
Motion carried. Thank you. Item number 3, consideration of an ordinance to create a Class A liquor license for Lucky Z's LLC, doing business as Bulldog Gaming, located at 1026 East Jackson Street here in Macomb. This will be second reading.
Thank you. Lucky Z's LLC, doing business as Bulldog Gaming, located at 1026 East Jackson Street in Macomb, has filed an application requesting the creation of a Class A liquor license. The balance of this ordinance is identical to the prior two, and if adopted, council would indicate their desire to create a Class A liquor license for Lucky Z's LLC, doing business as Bulldog Gaming, at 1026 East Jackson Street in Macomb.
That'll stand the second reading. Motion is in order.
Make a motion to create a Class A liquor license for Lucky Z's LLC, doing business as Bulldog Gaming, located 1026 East Jackson Street.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Alderman Dorset.
The folks who reached out to Alderman Majesi probably reached out to the rest of us, and I understand their concerns. My concern still is the parking situation in this particular facility. I saw a lot of head nodding last time we talked about this, and it's still, in my opinion, a problem. I don't mind the fact that we're mirroring the two businesses that you currently have in existence. This one is not at this time fully fledged, and so I am not going to be in favor of this one.
Okay, thank you. Alderman Moon.
That's answered.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Moon,
Aye.
Shu,
Aye.
Majesi,
Aye.
Shabazz,
No.
Dorset,
No.
Katz,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
5-2.
Motion carried. Thank you. Item number 4, consideration of an ordinance to create a special event liquor license for the Prairie Hills Resource Conservation Development's Extending the Prairie Table event. This will be second reading.
Thank you. Prairie Hills Resource Conservation and Development Incorporated has filed an application requesting a special event, Class SE liquor license, for their Extending the Prairie Table event to be held at Macomb Fieldhouse at 254 South Collins Avenue in Macomb, Illinois. The event will be held September 30th, 2023, between the hours of 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. They are a special event retailer, as that term is defined in our code. If adopted, the ordinance provides for the creation of a Class SE liquor license for Prairie Hills Resource Conservation and Development's Extending the Prairie Table to be held at Macomb Fieldhouse, 254 South Collins Avenue in Macomb on September 30th, 2023, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Thank you. That'll stand as second reading and entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to create a special event liquor license, Prairie Hills RC&D, Extending the Prairie Table event.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Alderman Moon.
The only thing I'd like to say, I'd like to thank him for getting it in early, not waiting till the last minute, and appreciate that.
Understand? Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing no other discussion, roll call, please.
Shu,
Aye.
Majesi,
Aye.
Shabazz,
Aye.
Dorset,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
all ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you. There is no other new business, no other unfinished business this evening. Under new business, item number 1, consideration to approve an agreement between the City of Macomb, acting as a McDonough County public transportation system, and Western Illinois University for faculty, staff, and student transit services. There's a memorandum in your packet from the transit director, and she is here present with us. Ms. Lambert, could you go over that agreement with us, please?
Yes, good evening, everyone. This is the same agreement that we've had in place with WIU, where a portion of the transit fees, so it's stated as $80,000 per quarter or 90% per quarter, will go into the Go West system. And the only other changes on this agreement is the term for July 1st to June 30th of next year, as well as some of the minimal route changes that will go in effect August 1st. We're currently starting to distribute the new maps.
Okay, very good. Any questions for Ms. Lambert? If not, we'd entertain a motion to approve the agreement.
Move to approve.
Second.
So moved and seconded to approve the agreement between the city and WIU for the transit services. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Majesi,
Aye.
Shabazz,
Aye.
Dorset,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Shu,
Aye.
all ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miranda. Item number 2, consideration of an ordinance to create a special event liquor license for the St. Paul's Parish's Raising Saints Block Party event. This will be first reading.
Thank you. St. Paul Parish has filed an application requesting a special event liquor license for its Raising Saints Block Party event to be held at 309 West Jackson Street in Macomb, Illinois on July 22nd between the hours of 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. The parish is a special event retailer, as that term is defined in our code, and this is an annual community event for the city. If adopted, the ordinance would create a Class SE liquor license for the St. Paul Parish's Raising Saints Block Party to be held at 309 West Jackson Street in Macomb on July 22nd, 2023, between the hours of 5 p.m. and 11 p.m.
Thank you. That'll stand as first reading. We'll place it on for discussion at next week's Committee of the Whole meeting. Item number 3, consideration to approve the application for the Illinois Emergency Management Agency FEMA BRIC 23 and FEMA 23 mitigation grant to purchase an automatic generator and transfer switch for City Hall. There's a memorandum in your packet from the City Administrator, Mr. Coker. It's all yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, our McDonough County ESDA coordinator, Edgar Rodriguez, told me of this opportunity to apply for a grant from FEMA. So we do not have I've talked with them in the past about this. We do not have an emergency generator for City Hall currently. So I've estimated there'd be around $120,000 for a generator and transfer switch installed. For that, it does require a 25% match from the city. My expectation is we wouldn't receive it until next fiscal year, so would put it in next fiscal year's budget for the match. So this, at this time, is just a notice of intent to apply for. It's not the full grant application, but I want to start the process, and it's due by the end of June, so I want to get it in.
Thank you. Any
Requesting
questions for
approval.
Scott? You know, one of the things I think is critical in this application that Scott's filled out is that during both inclement hot weather and inclement cold weather, we serve as a warming and cooling center. So what often accompanies extreme weather is power outages. So I think it only makes sense that we apply for this and use that as hopefully some good leverage to be a strong candidate for it. So we'd entertain a motion to approve the proceeding with the application process.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? You want a roll call vote on this?
Yes.
Okay. Roll call, please.
I have one down.
Thank you.
Shabazz,
Aye.
Dorset,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Shu,
Aye.
Majesi,
Aye.
all ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Item number 4, consideration to authorize advertising for RFPs or requests for proposals for a compensation and classification study. There's a memorandum in your packet from Mr. Coker. Scott, can you go over that for us, please?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So in our budget this last, when we did our budget planning process, I mentioned doing this compensation and classification study. So the proposal would include reviewing our job descriptions, reviewing our pay matrix, making sure that we're compensating our employees comparable to our market, both taking into account our cost of living here in Macomb versus other cities and then comparable cities within the state. So we would be paying a outside firm to do all that work. So I'm requesting approval to go out with the request for proposals, do that. I would have them due back here by Friday, July 7th. So advertise it later this week upon approval and then get it out there.
Thank you. Any questions for Scott? Alderman Moon.
Well, what kind of money are we talking about to do this? Because when we've done this before, I don't remember it going out for this. We had enough common knowledge, the surrounding area, what the pay was, and we just figured it out among ourselves.
I guess I wasn't involved in the past before my time. I think the mayor's mentioned that Dean did this in the past. I guess part of it is there's no one at the city that has the time to do it right now because of applying for other grants and other things that are ongoing. So that's part of the reason that I'm advertising it. Also, I'd like to have a third party look at this. And part of this is to be prepared for our negotiations that will come up in another year. So we will have some hard numbers to prepare for that.
We have money set aside in the budget for
Yes,
this.
it's budgeted currently.
Any other discussion? We'd entertain a motion to authorize soliciting RFPs for a compensation and classification study.
Make a motion to authorize advertising an RFP for compensation and classification study.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, a roll call, please.
Dorset,
No.
Katz. Aye. Wynn,
No.
Moon,
No.
Shu,
Aye.
Bajezi,
Aye.
Shabazz,
Aye.
4-3.
Motion carry. Thank you. Item number 5, consideration to authorize permission to bid for the Western Avenue Concrete Replacement Project. There's a memorandum in your packet from the Public Works Director. Ms. Ortman has deferred to Mr. Whitford, the Operations Manager. So, Brad, please.
Hello, everybody. As most of you are aware, seems like that we about every year spend $30,000 to $40,000 on patching University Drive, Western Avenue, because the concrete panels get too rocking, and we've actually damaged a vehicle in the past. So just requesting to seek quotes to get probably 4 more patches patched up this year.
Any questions for Brad? Alderman Jesse.
I know I've asked this before, but will Western be helping out to pay for any of this?
They have not in the past. I don't know who we would ask that question.
Yeah. There are roads, just saying. So, any other questions for Brad? We'd entertain a motion to authorize to solicit bids for those concrete replacement project there on Western Avenue.
Motion to authorize.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Alderman Moon, sorry.
Are these areas that are bad now and you're going to replace them with this money? Is this anticipating?
We put 50,000 in this year for this year's budget for anticipating that we've had these patches.
Right.
About 50 yards consecutively. And it appears we're about right in there again on their basically one lane, 12-foot wide, 25-foot long, roughly.
I guess I don't remember you having to come before us to get money to fix these roads.
I think prior, it was kind of an emergency type thing. this year we budgeted it anticipating that it was going to happen.
So does this have to be engineered?
We have not.
Good, thank you.
All right, any other questions? Did we have a motion? All right,
did.
thank you. We've had a motion and a second with no further discussion. Roll call, please.
Katz,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Shu,
Aye.
Vajezi,
Aye.
Shabazz,
Aye.
Dorset,
Aye.
all ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it. Are you doing number 6 too? She's delegated this to you too? Okay, good. Item number 6, in consideration to authorize a contract award to AC Pavement Striping Company for the 2023 roadway improvement project, Phase 2, in the amount of $300,523.33. So, Ms. Ortman, can go over the bid tab and along with an
I was
engineer's
gonna let him take it
recommendation.
if he wanted it. So we had our bid opening for the second phase of our roadway improvements, and this one actually came in under budget, knock on wood. And a portion of the total is attributable to Scotland Township. They're going to be microservicing Scotland Glen, the subdivision down off of 1050th. And we are entering into an agreement with them for their portion. So we're requesting approval of a contract with AC Pavement Striping for the second phase of the roadway improvements in the amount of $300,523.33.
Any questions for Alice? If not, we entertain a motion to approve that amount.
Make a motion to authorize the contract award to AC Pavement Striping Company for the 2023 roadway improvement project Phase 2, amount of $300,523.33.
Second.
Moved and seconded to authorize the award. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Wynn,
Aye.
Moon,
Aye.
Shu,
Aye.
Vajezi,
Aye.
Shabazz,
Aye.
Dorset,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
all ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Alice, item number 7, consideration to authorize Public Works to enter into a contract for salt storage building through Sourcewell Purchasing Program, and the budgeted dollar amount of $300,000. Oh, she's deferring to you on this one. Okay. Brad.
I will jump in on this one. We have budgeted this year $300,000 for a new salt storage building, in with one end of it being enclosed in for storing spray patch rock for the winter months so that it does not get wet and freeze. Get it in there and get it dry so we can patch some through the colder months. We started this process back when 2008, requesting for $100,000. It seems to be getting closer and closer to its life. We got a salt conveyor now that we purchased to build it up to get it the most quantity we could in the older storage. It is looking very rusty. I had took some pictures if anybody wanted to see them of our building. It's starting to crack and fail. The roof is off of a digester out at the wastewater 18, 20 years ago that's fiberglass that is now looking like it could fall in any minute.
Any questions for Brad? Alderman Vajezi.
Just one quick question. Within the memo, you mentioned that there's a light pole that needs to be moved. Is that something that could be done within the city employees, or is that going to have to be contracted out?
It's gonna have to be hammered.
Okay. Will that be additional funds on that?
Yes, thank you. I do not know that. I gotta request that to the corporate office, and they will get back with me.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right. I'd entertain a motion to authorize the entering into a contract with Sourcewell for the purchase of a new salt storage building.
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Moon,
Aye.
Shu,
Aye.
Vajezi,
Aye.
Shabazz,
Aye.
Dorset,
Aye.
Katz,
Aye.
Wynn,
Aye.
all ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Thank you, Brad. Council, without objection, we'd like to remove item number 8. There's no reason to consider approving that award since the bid came in at 40% over the engineering costs. Our intention is to refer this matter to Public Works for an opportunity to look at options for that project. Alderman Moon, did you have a question, sir?
No.
Okay. Then without objection, we'll defer or remove item number 8. There is no other new business this evening. Any aldermanic reports? Alderman Vajezi.
Just a quick note on the animal shelter for the month of May. 18 dogs were dropped off, 3 were picked up. At the beginning of the month, there were 18, excuse me, 3 were dropped off. So at the end, 7 were reclaimed, 17 adopted, so there's a total of 24 dogs. Cats are a little bit different story. At the beginning of the month, there were 21, 35 were dropped off. Someone had a very large litter of kittens. 12 were adopted. Unfortunately, of those kittens, some of them were in bad shape, so 12 had to be euthanized. At the end of the month, 24 were left over.
Very good, thank you. Any other aldermanic reports? Already hearing none. Alderman Moon?
No report?
Thank you. Alderman Nguyen?
No report, Your Honor.
Thank you. Alderman Katz?
Just wishing everyone a happy and safe Heritage Day weekend.
All right, very good, thank you. Alderman Dorsett?
It's full spring, well, now almost summer, and folks who are having garage sales need to remember to go out and take their bright signs off of the utility poles that are public right-of-way.
I had missed this, but I concur with you.
I'm back.
Very much so, very much so. They're not technically legally able to post those on those utility poles, so thank you.
And your address is on that, just for the
That's,
record.
that's right. Thank you. All righty. Alderman Shabazz?
No report, sir.
Thank you. Alderman Vajezi?
Just piggybacking off our Alderman Katz, looking forward to our wonderful Heritage Days and bringing back people to come back to Macomb.
Absolutely. Alderman Shu?
Yeah, I just want to thank those who are coordinating this weekend's events and all the work. And if people are around Sunday, the Colts Drum and Bugle Corps are, as you're hearing them around town, we'll do a show for the public here on campus. So Sunday evening.
Any idea what that time might be for that?
6? 7.
7 o'clock. We'll get that on some social media at the city too as well. So thank you for that. Madam Clerk, anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Ms. Scalf?
Nothing, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Coker?
No report.
Thank you. Just real quick, the Heritage Days Committee has a full slate of events starting tomorrow evening, at Thursday, running through the fly-in on Sunday. Again, as you've heard here, we wish everybody a great, wonderful time. Sounds like it might be hot, so plan accordingly with keeping hydrated and enjoy. Also, a quick shout out to Belinda Carr and the folks at the Mount Calvary Church of God in Christ that put on a wonderful Juneteenth celebration last Saturday. Had an opportunity to go out along with several other folks and enjoy that day. And again, our sincere thanks for them hosting that for the community. Don't believe there's any other action to be for you this evening. Alderman, sorry. Madam Public Works Director.
Reduction of pay.
Noted.
I'll keep my job then, thank you. Just 2 things really quickly. Just a reminder to everyone that the students from WIU's GIS Center will be going out in the community still, requesting access to your home to check the material that your water line service is made out of. So please let those students into your house to do this work. If you have any questions, call the Public Works office and we can help verify that. And then also just kind of a plug for Glenwood Pool. It's going great. And Transit has added a bus that you can pick up at the Transit Center to take out and come home from the pool.
Very good.
Thank you.
All righty. Now that we're no other business to come before you, we'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.